guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So I'd like to get the journal finished today, this lovely no rules journal with lots of different size pages. It's just looking absolutely gorgeous. Now if you saw the video yesterday, we were sort of adding to the pages some little pockets and tucks. Now I didn't quite finish it yesterday because it was quite a long video, so I've got a few things that I would like to add. Now I did add a few bits and pieces to it just so it is looking a little bit better, and I'm absolutely loving it. I really am. So I'd like to put a pocket, I think it was on this one. I've got this little frill I'd like to stick down through there, but the main thing that I would like to do first is this page at the back. So I've got this one here. Now I've already cut it because it will save me, it just saves time. Now if you saw this page before, it's in the new blue kit. I loved this page because the idea of it was to cut these little bits and have little slots through, but of course the back will be open. So I've got another piece that I'm going to stick on the back like that, and then we've got this, which, if I've got anything, let's have a look. We've got little tucks. Once I've stuck this down, we've got little tucks that will go all the way through, and that gives you a lovely page, and it looks like you've got a lovely piece of ribbon going down this way and this way. This one I've just cut this top bit so we can pop a little pocket in there. So the first thing I'm going to do, let's pop that, is just glue this down, but we've got to be really careful to glue the right things down. I'm going to put this underneath so it's flat. Right, so we don't want to glue this bit, because this bit we don't want to glue, and we don't want to glue obviously that pocket down. So I need to glue this bit round the edges. Let's just get the glue and do it. Let's just do it. Right, so this piece of paper, I'm not quite sure which way around it goes, doesn't really matter. Fits pretty much perfect on there. So I'm going to go just some glue around the edges first, like that. I thought I'd cut it, you know, because it'll be a little bit quicker and easier. But if you want to do the same thing, just go along the frilly little bit of lace, that the little lacy picture on there. So then I need to go along here and along this bit like that. Stick this bit down. Going to go through that bit, and we want to stick this piece down as well. So you've got to be, you know, aware of where you're sticking, because this bit's got to be the pocket. So we need that. I think that's pretty good. I need my little spatula thingy-dibbity. Let's just give this a quick, you know, brush over like this. Quickly. Don't want to make the pockets too small. So I think that will probably do. A bit there maybe. Okay. Right. Push that underneath. This is something would probably do better before we actually put all these papers and stuff together. But I think this will still work, I'm hoping anyway. So let's just wipe that down. Okay. Yes, it has worked. Now I'm going to put this on this side. So we just need something flat. I'm gonna make sure these are stuck down. I just think it looks really nice as a little sort of secret pocket, isn't it? And like secret pockets in there. Just squash that down. Okay, I think that's pretty good, and then maybe we'll pop a little bit of lace or something. So there's a few bits I want to do in here just to finish off from yesterday. There we go. We can put that through like that. We're using new ephemera. I've got some Valentine ephemera. I think that might be a bit too big. It's the vintage ephemera. Vintage Encyclopedia ephemera. So they're a little bit too big, which I'm going to be using in here as well, which I think is lovely. Which I might put Teddy in there. And look, these can just slot in there. Oh, just love it. I think that looks so good. Oh, and the other thing, this pocket that we had, I've added a few bits in there. I stuck that envelope on there. I need to stick that on there. This little flippy hard bit, because this is the back of the page, I have added, look, so this is a bit like that. I've put 2 little eyelets in here with a little bit of elastic, because this is quite hard. This is quite hard card, and it kept popping up, so I put 2 eyelets in there, attached the elastic. As I squashed in the eyelet, I popped in the elastic in the little hole, so I can close that down, bring this elastic to the back, and that closes it. Oh, love it. And then we've got a little bit of elastic if you want to put, you know, we can tuck anything in it then. So you've got a little tuck in there, which I love. And actually what I was going to do, because this is, I don't want to stick that down anymore, but I got a bit of washi tape. I was just going to pop just a little bit of washi tape along that little bit there, which I think will look quite nice. Because I don't use washi tape enough. I should really sort of like use it a bit more, but I don't really have, oh gosh, I'm not very good at taking the back off. There we go. I don't really use it enough. Now this one's got pretty bows on it, so let's make sure we've got it round the right way. Pop that down. Just along that bit there. Which I think looks good, because it sort of like all blends in lovely. This can go over like that, and then we've got that. And then if this elastic, because the elastic was hitting right where they joined, and I wasn't quite sure whether it was going to you know, rub on it or something like that, so that's good. Right, let's get to the front. What else was I going to do? I'm going to start, I've got some pegs in these bits, so I'm going to do the bits where I've got pegs in first, because then we can close the journal properly. Where's my little dauber? I'm just going to add a little bit of ink to this one and add this in. This is just a little ruffle I made ages ago on my machine, and I thought we would just glue the little ruffle to the side of this page, of course with a little bit of glue gun. I'm going to just do a little bit at a time. Pop that on. And like that. So guys, have you started one of these? Are you going to make one of these little ones? They're very, very simple if you're going to start out and you've not made a journal before. I just think they're so easy, because you just put anything in it you want to put in it. Like I've been saying, there are no rules to journal making. Whatever you're doing, it's how you make it. It's yours. So, which I love. I can't make too many. I have said this before. I can't make too many proper junk journals because we don't get junk mail. We have no junk mail, so it doesn't get delivered. See, isn't that lovely? Lovely, lovely. Right, that was quick and easy. So we're going to start from the front. Have I got any more pins or anything in there? No, I don't think so. Right. Oh, I'm going to show you the closure. That's what I'll do first. Now, I've got some of this lovely lace, some of the vintage lace, and I've put this little sort of buckle on it. Now, these came, I think they were BB Craft, I'm not sure, but you can get them in other different places, and I'll see if I can find a link. So it's just like a little buckle, and it had like a little, you know, it looks like that. So I've just popped the lace over the top. I've just glue gunned that actually, and it's quite strong. So what I'm going to do, I'm not quite sure which way round, pop this underneath, like that, and you just do it up like a belt. I think I need to go the other way, this way. So the buckle's at this side, and then this little bit will go down, dingle dangle down the front of the journal, like that. So I just think that's lovely, if we can pop it in nicely, which we will do. I just wanted to show you. And it does that really kind of tight. So I did that first because I was going to put something here. But obviously I can't now because it's going to interrupt with the closure. But that looks, I just think that looks really nice. So I'm going to leave that. Maybe I'll add something a little bit lower. But that's the closure. So I've got to remember not to put anything there. I was going to put this on here, or something like that, but it's going to be in the way now. So I'm not going to do that. Right, we're going to do the front. Oh, I did this as well. I popped a little postcard in here, and then it was like this at the top, obviously. So I've added a little bit of lace to it, which still looks nice that way. And those, so when I put it in, slots in like that, and it gives you a really nice top to this. It almost reminds me of like a little tiara sat on the top. I think it's lovely. So that finishes that bit off. I'm going to, I've got a whole pile of bits and pieces here. Now, if you saw my Instagram yesterday, I made these little roses out of the seam binding, like that. And I just think, look at that. That looks so pretty on the bottom of there, doesn't it? But I do need, I did have another bit. I tried to get a little bit organised, and then I go and lose everything. And then I've got this lovely piece, which I'm thinking of sort of putting there. And I want another little bit of lace under here. So what's this little bit? Let's have a little peek. Like that. Well, that would look quite nice, won't it? And then that, oh, I like that. So again, try not to think too much, just make. Let's just pop some glue gun down here, put that on there like that, and then just, I need to sharpen my scissors. I need to use these ones. Lovely. And then this will just sit on there like that. So I just think that this looks really pretty. Do we need any more sort of tulle? I know I've got lots of tulle hanging around, but I do think it makes things look very, very feminine. Oh, I've got glue gun strands everywhere. I just cut 2 pieces off there. Right, so I might actually, let's open this up. That's that bit. Look, I've got bits of glue everywhere. Going to just a little bit like that. Take this tool and just scrunch that like that. A little bit more glue on top, and we will stick these little roses. Little roses are so easy to make. I made them with these little tweezers, the little self-closing tweezers. They are fabulous. Love them. They're hard to use in the beginning because I'm trying to use them like tweezers, but I'm sort of like getting the hang of it now. So love that. This can come back down again because I like this sort of scruffiness of this. Now, because we've got that closure on there, we want to just sort of gather this. I might actually add a little bit more in there. So that's going to go across this bit, the closure. So I'm going to just put, yeah, I'm going to just put a tiny bit there. Just gather that together. Like that. Push that down. I might need a little bit more because I did have a few little sort of dingly dangly things here, look. A little bit on a bulb pin. They're just little beads, which I thought I might just sort of like clip onto there. Probably could pop another little rose on, but I don't want to overdo it, because we can always come back to this, to the front, if we don't think we've got enough on there. So let's just take another little bit, attach that in like that. Take our little bulb pin, just clip it in. I like lots of little dingly dangly things, as you probably know, just to make, because that looks really nice, doesn't it? Right, I was going to put this here, but I'm not sure whether I actually need that flower. I think we could go with that without the flower. So let's just cut you off. We can pop you somewhere else in a minute. See, that looks quite nice, doesn't it? I'm going to pop a little bit of glue under there so it sticks down, because this picture can stick down now. Make sure I'm only sticking to the first page. So that's our first page. So I think that looks lovely, doesn't it? Right, anything at the top. Ooh. Glue gun. I've got a little bit, I've got more of this. This is just beautiful. I love it. Maybe we'll add a little bit. Yeah, I'm not too keen on these flowers, but I'm going to cut this little bit off. Pop those there, because I can pop those inside the journal. Chop a little bit off. Pop these up there. Or maybe in this corner. Yeah, I think I'm going to go this corner. Like that. There we go. Right. I do like that. Look at that. Just beautiful. And once we've got the closure on there, you've got that little bit of bling on there as well. Right, the other thing is, well, I remember I did have a doily here somewhere. It's not that one, unless I've attached it to the back. Oh, please don't say I've lost that. I've got lots of bits and pieces here, lots and lots. I had a doily here somewhere which I wanted to use on the back page. Oh, there it is. Overlooked it. Right, I'm going to go to the back, to the very, very back for a minute. So I had this little bit here flapping, and this is a pocket. So we've got a little pocket in here, but I was thinking I had this little bit like this, and I was thinking to attach this to that and sort of have another sort of lacy pocket in there. Just wondering whether that will work. Attach, if I just stick those together, stick that on there. Don't mind that being out, and then we got like a little tuck in there. I need to put something over this because I've got, it's all orangey colour. Maybe I'll put, kind of like this. This is really nice. But I've got some of this as well that we can pop on there, cover that up. Perfect. So that is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do that now so I don't forget, because I'm good at forgetting things. Pop a little bit of glue gun on there. Just stick that down, making sure we're not going to stick to the actual journal. This can go on there. Like that. I should really put something underneath this. Oops, sliding all over. I should have done it before I did the little beady front, shouldn't I? Let's just stick that a little bit down. And then this piece is going to stick to that. Or I might actually go over. I'm going to stick this bit down first, just so we are not sliding about so much. Put it quite tight. Like that. This I want to, this I might just stick down because we don't really need that little bit. I'm going to squash that in there. Because we've got all of this as the pocket. We want to put it quite tight and quite taut, I think. Let's go this way. We want it quite flat because this is the back. Like that. Stick that down. And we've got this little bit here, which we can just pull down. Like that. Lovely. Let's just see if we can get something to fit in here. Just I mean, then you've got like a little back pocket like that. Oh, I do like that. Is my thing very bright on here? Is that a little bit better? Taking that brightness off, hopefully. Sometimes my lights can be quite bright. Okay, that's nice, isn't it? Now I've still got my glue down here, so we could really do with sort of covering that up a little bit. With a little bit of scruffy lace on here. So this could sort of like almost be part of that, can't it? Try and get up onto that a little bit. Like that. Almost like a little sort of patchwork of lacy bits. Which is rather nice, isn't it? That won't cover it up. Oh, we've got a bit of blingy here. It's quite nice too. Let's just cut this off. I think I need to sharpen all my scissors. I've got my lovely sharpener, Fiskars sharpener, which I really should keep out on my desk. There we go. I'm going to glue this. Pop that on. Okay. Don't want that glue to go through. Love that. Look at that. Just a nice little mishmash of lace on there. Fabulous. Right, let's turn over. So this is the bit I like, just going in and adding lots of lovely little bits of trim and things like that. So we've got a little flower. I just popped the little flower there. Let's take this out. Don't want to waste these because they're really pretty. A little bit just right on that corner. Like that. It's like a little die cut. That's better. Then that can just sit in there like that. That's nice. I like that. That's what we sort of did yesterday, wasn't it? So that opens up. Oh, this is what I need. I want a little bit of lace or something to go across there. Now, I did have some of these little things that I made, which is quite nice, isn't it? That would fit. I'm going to cut this little bit off. Could even go, oh no, I like this little dingly dangly bit there. There we go. These are just like little snippets that I made. Oopsie. Let's go around this way. There we go. Lovely. Make sure I've not glued that down. So I've just got 2 little bits of ephemera in there. There we go. This one. I like this page, so I'm not going to actually do a huge amount, but we could probably do with a little bit of lace or something going down the side, couldn't we? Like that. Just something very, very simple, I think. All the way down. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Just a little bit of glue gun on there to hold that on. And then that looks nice just coming over this bit here like that, doesn't it? Love that. I do. I think that looks lovely. Right, what do we need on this? Just trying to see. This is looking good. Don't need a huge amount on this one, but we left this open, didn't we? So we could tuck something in there. So what do we have to tuck in here? I've got little bits. Oh my gosh, my glue. Little bits of velvet. It's quite nice, isn't it? Pop that underneath. Like that. I pulled that down. So that's level. Like that. Now I need a little bit of, I need some lace. That's what we need. We need a little bit of lace to go in there. This is quite nice. Nice little bit of bright white. You have to see that in there. Yep, let's cut that off. I'm going to have it sort of dangling, I think, maybe from the bottom. Right, I'm going to just lift that up. Pop a bit of glue. Pop that in. I think that glue will hold this down. Oh, don't stick. Lovely. And I'm going to just cut that just on a little slant like that. So that looks quite nice, doesn't it? Just a little tuck under there. So, oh yeah, because we didn't want to come down too far, did we? Because it opened, that will still open. That's our little bit where we open up. That can keep it closed. That's the little pocket behind, which I've got a little bit of ephemera in. Like that. Like that. What do we do? Want something in there? Maybe I will pop in a little bit of tulle. If in doubt, pop in a little bit of tulle. Let's just pull this. I'm going to go all the way down. Take this. There we go. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Oh, should we pop this little flower on? Pop that on. Oops. There we go. Okay, I do like that. Love it. I think this is going to be quite a little thick one, isn't it? I didn't really want to put so much stuff in, but I just think it works really well. So do we want anything on here? Should we have something just on this little bit? Just something that sort of hangs down. If you sort of like close your journal, as you're sort of like, if you want to put something on the pages, just have a little peek, just to see what it would look like. And I think that's going to look quite nice. So I'm going to cut that off. going to do that. Pop this on and just sort of gather that up in there. Look at that, fabulous. Okay, so like we say, we don't think about it, we just do it, Right, this is the little pocket. So I've got a little pocket in there. So these are just a couple of little journaling cards that fit in there, and that's one of the tags that I've made. And I'm going to put that on the outside so that we've got all these bits showing, and that's our little dingly dangly that we've got there. That was our little tag in there, clipped on there. So this one I wanted to make a little pocket with. So I did have some of this, which is rather nice, and I was going to do like a little diagonal pocket so we can just slot something in through there, and I think that's going to look nice just like that. My bracelet keeps jingling on the desk. Okay, I'm going to just stick it and then cut it afterwards. So stick that little bottom bit. I'm going to just glue down on this bit like that. Whoops. Oh, I'm going to leave that little dangly bit, that's fine. And then we want to glue this bit, don't we? Like that. So if I go down through there, pull that quite tight, make sure we're not sticking anything on the other side. Just trim that off. Fabulous. Lovely. Right, we can get another little journaling card here. I did cut some of these out. I think these are lovely. I did a flip through. Oh, I don't know whether it's going to fit. No, I did a flip through of these as well. You probably see them on the Facebook. Not the group, the happiness and crafting page. And also on my Instagram as well. Look at that. So that will hold, that won't fall through. And they are lovely. Oh, I like this one. I love these. I'm going to put that in there. Lovely. I don't like this little bit. It makes it look too square. So I'm going to cut that off. And then I want to put something down. I'm going to take this little bit off because I don't want to see that yet. I want to put something down the side. What shall we have? We don't see that. We don't see this bit when this is closed. So you could probably put quite a big piece on there actually. You've got this. Is that too? It's a bit white. It's a little bit white, isn't it? Got this going down, which is rather nice. As I stick it to this side of the page. No, don't like that piece. I don't like that piece. We've got this one. Look, I've got a little blingy bit here. Like that. Right. Get myself all modelled up now. That's too much, isn't it? It's quite nice though. Oh, decision. See, I'm thinking too much now. Overthinking. We don't want to overthink. Could I have a ruffle? No, I want some lace. I'm going to stick to my lace. So we're going to have to go back into here. This is pretty. This is what we will do. We will just pop a little bit of this on. I'm going to have to tidy all my laces up after this, because I believe they are going to be absolutely everywhere. Snip that off. All muddled up. Right, do we go this side? I think we'll go with this side. A little bit of glue. Right on the edge. Right down. Well, I hope you guys have got a few sort of ideas from doing this, or you're making one. Just a few ideas to embellish your pages. I love making these little journals. There we go. Pulling these little bits out. Let's get it all the way along. Put that down. There we go. Can you guys hear the rain? It's absolutely pouring it down with rain. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Now this little tag then, she can go up, or those little ones can go up there. This looks really nice with that. Loving that. Right, this is our little page where we did the little Velcro booklet, and then I hung some little beads and bits off there. Little danglies that I'd already made, and then on this one I've just popped it in some little bits of ephemera on there, which fit in there just perfect because it's sort of nice and long. So that can go in there, that can close up, so that's sort of hidden. Could do something over here, couldn't we? Something, we had a little, well, that's the little leftover piece. That's kind of nice, isn't it? Everything seems to be kind of nice. Kind of nice. Take this off. There we go. If in doubt, we shall use a tool. Like I always used to use cheesecloth. And now, if in doubt, I put tool on it. There we go, lovely. I want something on this one, this little pocket. I'm going to leave that because we do need some room in here to clip things into. So if I leave this free and this free, we can pop a paper clip and clip something onto that. So that's okay. What do we have in here? See, I'm loving all these little flippy flappy bits. But that one's a bit too, it's a little bit too big. I'm going to go in here. I've got these and I've also got some flowers. So maybe we will pop a little rose on here or something. Let's see that. There we go, that's nice. That's rather nice. I've got some words. I put a word on something, I don't know where that was. What should we have? Thankful, inspiring. Should we have thankful? Because that works really well. It blends in quite nicely, doesn't it? Let's just gather these back up. Clip that on. So I'm going to just go through it and add a few bits, and then what I normally do, I'll go through it, add bits, and then I go back through it again and see what else I can add, see what else we can pop on there. So there's lots of things. Don't feel like you have to finish a page. You can always just sort of like keep going through. Make sure you put something on the, sort of like each page as you go through. But don't feel like you need to finish it. You can always come back in a week's time or something and, you know, and think, oh, that will look really nice on there. because these are all sort of like ongoing, because I like to look back at my journals, and sometimes I add more bits and pieces into them because I look back on them as for inspiration as well. So if you don't sell your journals and you keep them, have a little look back and see what you've done, because you know you might inspire yourself for something on there that you've done. Okay, love that. Look at that. That's a really nice sort of like little clustery thingamajig, isn't it? Right, this opens up. These have got those little bits on. That's just got that little flippy tag. I was going to put something under that, but I think I'm quite like it as it is. Like that, because that can journal on. I don't want to fill this up completely. Now this little flip, I added a little paper clip onto that. And opened this up. I did stick this bit down. I stuck that down, so we've got some little journaling cards that fit in there. I put them at the top because as I flip over, I can paper clip them and it will hold them in place. This is the little pocket here, nice little rose. We've got a little pocket in there, so we could do with something. Let me just clip that on there. Or along this bit, couldn't we? A little bit of seam binding might be quite nice. I don't want to make it any thicker than it is because it's quite a chunky one. Oh, what's that? That's a little piece. It's a little scruffy piece. That's quite nice. Got these little roses that I did. Maybe we could put that. I don't want to make it too bulky, like I said, so these are quite chunky in there. Let's have a little peek. Some of this orangey, where did that bit go? There. I like that. I'm going to take this orangey bit, then I'm going to put that over the top. So I'm just going to wrinkle this up. I'm going to put this on there. This is just the top of that pocket. I'm just going to squish this, sort of pinch it, pop it on there and sort of pinch it. A little bit more. And then just pinch that up. Like that. Chop that little bit off. I'm going to add, maybe I'll wrinkle this little bit up just here. There we go. There we are. That's a really nice bit of fancy pocket there. Right, I've got a tiny bit of lace as well. Oh my gosh, I got bits of strands of glue on me. Let's just pop that little bit of lace in there. Just tuck that in. Tuck that in. There we go. Fabulous. Make sure that's dry. Take that off, pop that down, clip that on. This little paper clip, you can see it at the top, so it's not sort of like going to get in the way and make it look sort of thicker. So that's in there. Well, let's pop it over a little bit. Okay, so that's that side done. I'm not going to put anything on there because I quite like that as it is. These little pockets are already done, so we don't need to add anything to this page, I don't think. I did pop a few little bits in, the little hearts, which I love. So they can go in. This little picture, I think, looks perfect in there. I like the way that sort of like peeks out through there. Oh, these were from the New Beginnings kit. That's on there. So whether that was, yeah, that was in the kit, wasn't the Ko-fi. And then this is the envelope that I made. And then I put some of the New Beginnings ephemera on there. And then I just think that looks nice tucked in this way on this page, which I think looks lovely. Then we've got our little house and we've got a little pocket in here. What should we put in here? I'm just adding sort of like bits of ephemera in these, like that. That can sit in there. Actually, that's probably, I don't know, I think maybe I'm gonna clip her on there with a little paper clip, but just a little one like this. Let's go for a sort of a goldy one, and maybe tie something on. Let's just hold that on. That looks quite nice. Actually, not as far. Let's just pull that out. One little gap here, just so I can tie this through on there. So we've got a little bow bit there. Scrunch that up a little bit. There we go. So that it just does its thing. So that's perfect. Right, our little flippy. I'm not quite sure. I think I might leave this, or should we pop a little tuck thing there? Oh, it looks quite nice with that popping through there, doesn't it? Maybe I'll have a look that fits. Just chop that off so that's straight, and that will make a lovely little sort of fabric tuck, won't it? Let's go down through there. Pop that on like that. And we'll do the bottom bit. And then the top piece. There we go. Not quite to the end. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And then that means we've got something in there to pop in there. Oops. I might pop her in there actually. Will she fit? I like that, but I'm going to have to put something in there. Oh, I'm going to use that in a minute. I had an idea for that. I need to put something in to cover that up. I don't have a spare bit, but I think this will work. I'm just going to tear this little bit down like that and cover the back of this. There we go, that's perfect. I need to go to the top, and then I can punch that out then. That's better. I just didn't like it when you took it out and you could see all the white back bit. A little bit of glue. Oops. Open that up. Just level that up. Squeeze that down. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And then what we can do with this bit, where's my little punch? And just punch that little bit. Fabulous, there we go. That makes me feel better. Then we can pop her inside like that. Now, is she going to fit? She's going to fit. Maybe I'll leave your little flower poking out like that. Let's lift that up, because look, she can come out because this flips over. Oh, maybe I think this is going to be too big now I've done that. I think that's going to be too, or maybe not. What do you think? Yeah, I don't want anything too bulky in there. Oh well, I fixed the back of it anyway. So what do we have? I can pop these in here. Little tag. You can pop a little tag in there. There we go. This has got two little pockets, and we've got a little pocket in there. So that can flip over. I like this. I do like this. That would look really nice on there, wouldn't it? I'm going to stick that on there. I know it's quite bulky, but it's the right colours. Look at that. Because I made it out of the same seam binding as that I coloured there. There we go. So you can just pop it in there like that. Perfect. Right, this side. These are just what we can tuck in. I'm just going to grab these because, oh look, that looks perfect for a Valentine, doesn't it? Colours go perfectly. Lovely. Right, this one's just got one of my envelopes that I made, which has got the little closure on. If I can pull it. No, I can't pull it. Like that. Stick that down. I need to move that. My little brad's got stuck. Oh well, I will sort that out. Let's just pop that back under there. I'm going to make some more of these lovely paper clips because I love them. Oops. Let's pop you there. Right, this is the little pulley out. This pulls out like that, and then this was a little tuck at the back. Oh, I think I did fasten those in there with that. Thinking about it, I think I did. This flips, and then this will clip that together so it doesn't go anywhere. And that's the page that we just did. Right, so this little bit, I was thinking we could have like a little flappy thing in here, couldn't we? That's what I was going to do. Quickly, let's just take this, let's just round this corner. Make this into a little pocket. Just so it flips up. And then we could have a little pocket there. This doesn't, we could just pop something over this. Decorate it up. Like that, and then I think, guys, we're pretty much done on this. I would probably go back in there and, you know, add a few little bits and pieces. I'm going to go through it again in a minute. Let's just stick these two sides down. Like that. Stick that in. So having it open this way and not this way, when you open the pages, it automatically folds like a page, if you know what I mean. Because sometimes when you have them coming in this way, they get caught, and when you close the book, this will bend. So what have we got to put in here? Let's have a little fairy, shall we? Pop in a little fairy and a little recipe for sponge cake. That's lovely. So that looks nice. Maybe we'll have this on there. Maybe I'll have it a little bit of a wonk. Shall we? How about it's like a little pocket? Have I got anything a little bit smaller? I need to cut some more of these out. Oh, there we go. That will work, won't it? And then we can pop some fabric on there. A little bit of lace or something. So we need to glue these down. Just pop that. Just like that. Going to just on the little diddy one, go around with that. See, these are the new Valentine ones, but they go into any journal because they're not too lovey-dovey, if you know what I mean. and they're a really good ephemera to go in there. Oh, I like that. That's lovely. That's really nice. So shall we pop something on here? That's quite nice, isn't it? Quite liking it just on the end. That's what I'm going to do. I rounded those corners, but that's okay. That can stick there. Like that. That just flips up. Oh, I didn't stick it very straight. But that's okay, that doesn't matter. So what should we have on here? A little bit of this. A little bit of this, I think. I'm going to do it this way. Like this. And just do the same and just pinch it together like that. So it gives us a nice little sort of nice ruffle. Oops, oops. Look at that. So that was a nice quick little page, wasn't it? That can come on there. Love it. So you can obviously have something quite big going in there. You know, we've got more room, so you can put lots and lots of bits in there. And then we've got these bits. This needs a bit of an ink because it looks a bit white, doesn't it? Like that. Then that goes through. I really like this. I really, really do. I think that looks great. Could do with a little bit. I think we need something round the edge now. Can we see that? Yeah, we're going to be able to see this bit. So we need, what else have I got? I've got this one. Well, that's the closure. That's the same one as I'm going to use on the closure. So if we do that, I don't want it to stick out too much. I think it needs a little bit more sort of frilly. But I don't think I like the white. We've got this pretty one. We want something a little bit delicate, don't we? So that's going to hang over. That's going to hang over. Maybe I'll just put this down then. There, so it sort of follows it on. Quite like that. I'm going to do that, I think. I might actually put it something on the other side. Let's just go down through there. This is nice because it's still got the little rusty marks and things on it. Although I washed this, I washed it to make it clean, but it's still got those lovely little rusty marks on there. Look at that. That looks fabulous, doesn't it? I wonder if we could put... See, that looks nice as well, but I like this sort of lace in there anyway. Love it. Loving it. Loving it. Right, nearly at the end. This I kind of like as it is, because that's just that little flip with the elastic, which I think is fabulous. And then I just made this little sort of, just a piece of paper like that. Oh, that's the other word. I put beautiful. I knew I'd do something. And then I've just made like a little thin tuck in there. And that just tucks in that bit like that, which I think is lovely. Oh, this is the bit I was going to do. I was going to stick this on to the envelope, because this is the back page. So we're right on the back page now. So I stuck this envelope on, which I forgot yesterday to do. I found this, which absolutely, look, that just absolutely fits in there, absolutely perfect. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And then this is one of my little lead postcards that we did a long time ago. That sits in there. And then I was going to just add this. I think I might have it a little bit lower, so you know, when that opens up. Should we put something on here? think we're going to go in with the tool just on this back to make it a little bit more feminine on the back. Let me just close this up like that. Just pull this, stretch it a little bit like that. I know it's quite difficult to see, isn't it? A little bit on there. And then we just a little bit hangs down from there. Like that. That will hang just down like that. So we've got a little heart, so that lifts up. We've got this little bit of tulle, and you can just about see it around these little bits poking out, which is lovely. So let's just pull that a little bit more. Love it. So shall we go through it? And then we've got the back page. So what should we put? I think I'm going to put these two like that. They can just sit in the back. Lovely little girl dancing in the rain. And then look at that. That's perfect. I love it. Look, we've got all sorts of little bits hanging off it. So what do you think, guys? I think that's not bad, because this is only like 3 days. It's probably taken me maybe say 6 hours to make this, which I think is not bad at all. Showing you how to do it as I go, but I am loving it. So quick flip through all the pages. I might go back and add maybe a little bit more here and there. I will see. After a few days I'll come back and have a look and see what I can add into there. But I just think it's beautiful. I absolutely love it. I like all the little dingly dangly bits, all the pockets, all the lacy bits. Could probably do with a little bit of lace on these bits. Looking a little bit bare, isn't it? I think on this one. Let's put something on here. Let's have a little something. Just, I mean, it just needs, it needs something. Where's my little bit of, it needs something hanging off here. That's what it needs. Bright. I need to colour some lace, I think. That's quite nice. I think I'm just going to stick that on. I think it's that way round. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that. Just stick that right there. Like that. So this could actually, doesn't have to be that far up. It could go there, couldn't it? Like that, so that sort of like fits in. So we need something at the top. I like this little bit. What should we quickly put at the top? Let's have a little word. We could have, let's have memories. Click that up. Pop that on. We should have some little memories. There we go. And we'll have a little flowers. Shall we have a little rose, which will go with all the other little bits and pieces there. It's a lovely big orange one there. What else have I got in here? Oh, we had that long one. This is what I quite like, this one. I think these were for the Ko-fis. I think this was your monthly one for January. Oh, I like that. That's what we'll pop on there. Shall we have a little bit of tulle underneath? We like a little bit of tulle. Let's pop this underneath. And it sort of carries on the sort of theme of it, if you know what I mean. if you've got tulle on a few bits and pieces throughout your pages, it sort of like blends it all together, if you know what I mean. Let's just go along there, pop that on, just so it's got a pretty little background to it, like that. And then we can pop memories along there. Oh my gosh, I'm covered in so many little strands. There we go. Oh, I like that. That's lovely. Look at that. I think that looks so nice. Right, and then this flips out. So we made that little pocket, didn't we? That's really good. That's the little envelope. This opens up. That's our little pocket. That's a little envelope. Oh, I do like this. I think that's so pretty. And then we are back to the back page. Right, guys, I'm going to add in, look at that. It's a bit of a big one, isn't it? Let's pop this on. Close her all up. Let's lie this down. I don't want to attach this to here permanently. I think she's quite nice just to take it on and off as we go. Pop that in there like that, and that's all done and finished. Pop you in the middle. There we go. Look at that. Just beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? Look at that, and that fits on her little bit there. It looks quite nice, doesn't it? Because it's right in the middle. This can just sort of like dingle dangle down, but I am loving it. So there we go, guys. That's our beautiful journal that we made. So if you are making one, please post it in the Facebook group. Even if you've only made one page, embellished one page of it, I'd love to see a picture of it. I really, really would. But look at that. I think it's beautiful. So all done, all done. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. All right, guys, bye-bye.